My name is Cordney D McClain, author, actor, educator, performer, veteran, IDE consultant. My passions and bio both run long, but at the core of it, I'm a servant. Representing the Star Foundation of the Metro Tech Center, Spring Lake location on the east side of Oklahoma City, I serve as the inclusion expert and youth professional development strategist. Now, menstrual health. A survey conducted by British organization Hey Girls stated among 1,500 British men, out of them, only 40% said that they never been taught periods in school, about periods. You know, sadly, a lot of times it's a misconception. Boys feel as menstruation as dirty because traditionally, maybe they learned in their community that menstruation was dirty. And so they don't know that it's not. And harmful myths about menstruation permeate every corner of the world. For example, in Ghana, men and boys have heard such things as women menstruating shouldn't be preparing food, and because they're impure. In other communities, if someone is menstruating and crosses over certain rivers, the land will no longer be fruitful. When boys and men are educated in instances such as this, that would result in a present sign of coming of a period, less ridicule, and more assistance will be present. I know, as a young man with a family full of women, you know, my education was a byproduct that served me well as, you know, dating young ladies, and now as a husband and father. Though this education, you know, it won't come about lackadaisical or in an inadvertent manner, though. Within my background in organizational development and in inclusion and equity, I would like to approach this with the lens between cultural competence versus cultural humility. In any space for marginalized groups, it's a benefit to all. For instance, cultural competence is gained through knowledge and training to cultivate an understanding of another culture, while cultural humility is an introspective understanding applying a lifelong commitment to self-evaluation and self-critique. This duality in disciplines create true advocacy on everyone's behalf. In any aspect, you know, everyone becomes students. Women can show men how to assist in learning and aiding of menstrual health and global awareness, and then men can state their knowledge or lack thereof, and we can start from a place of mutually exclusive equity. Cultural competence builds understanding to allow boys and men to obtain the knowledge necessary, and cultural humility encourages the lifelong learning with no true end goal, but rather with an appreciation for the journey and growth. And that will be positive in all relationships, you know, with those who menstruate. Now, how do you accomplish these goals? You got to provide knowledge from a global scale. But first, we have to assess the cultural climate and knowledge base at our home bases. Second, state aspirations by developing and applying long-term goals that are measurable and time-bound. Third, take action with strategic planning, trainings, performance evaluations, and funding allocations. Fourth, apply the transformational missions. And finally, come back and assess and take responsibility for the change or lack thereof. This is what intentionality looks like. Thank you, Sanical and Black Menstrual Health Summit. I appreciate the opportunity. My apologies that I couldn't make it physically there, but thank you all for your time. Again, this is Cordney McClain with Star Foundation, and you can find me on my LinkedIn at Cordney, Cordney, McClain, MCCLAIN, also on Facebook, and Instagram is Mac, MAC _ since 1985. Peace and many, many blessings.